Hey pilots, DrainMan here, and today I have a very special video. Today we are continuing in our Taranis playlist. So in today's video, what we are about to do is super awesome. We are going to create custom sounds. Now, I already have a video on how to load an amber pack. I will put that video down in the video description. I've also showed you how to set up cool sounds to switches. So when you flick a switch, she says whatever it is that you want her to say. Now we're getting into the really cool stuff. So if you've missed any of those videos, I want you to look for that icon right there and use that to keep track of this playlist and catch up, man. Get your Taranis freaking hip and hop. Alright pilots, first thing we need to do is put your Taranis in bootloader mode. Let me show you how to do that. Go ahead and hold both trim centers in just like you see here. Flick it on. You will see this screen here. Once you see this screen just like that, be careful not to press any buttons. Go ahead and flip it over and you're going to take your USB, got to be a type B, use this cord and plug it in right here. Don't ever touch this one. Just close that out because you don't need it. This is where we're going to be working. Before we go any further, you know that I like to keep things organized, so I want you to create a text document. We're going to call it Taranis Notes, and you're going to keep that. Do not delete that. So I want you to go into the folder that we've created called FPV, and then go into your OpenTX, and I want you to put your notes in there. You're going to need that later on. So we'll open that up and we'll just keep that right there for now. So I want you to go back to your Taranis, which is this right here. This is the SD card contents on your Taranis. So I want you to go into your sounds folder. Once you're into your sounds folder, you're going to go into EN, which stands for English. Once you're in, you're going to notice that you've got a ton of sounds. If you're looking in your Taranis and you do not have these things, that means you did not put on an amber pack. And if you didn't, you need to go down and watch my video on it. I have a video on how to put on an amber pack. Okay, so next we're going to head over to System. Open up System. Once you're in System, I want you to go ahead and scroll down. I'm going to show you some of the common system sounds and which ones you might be interested in changing. And if you're not sure or there's one that you want to change that I don't bring up, feel free to just scan through them. You'll just click on them, they'll make noise, you'll know what they are. It's really not too difficult. So for example, inactivity alarm. That is one that absolutely drives me nuts that I'm going to want to change because she's constantly saying this. Here it is.
Inactivity alarm.
And that crap drives me nuts. So I want to go ahead and I want to change this one. So when she's saying that, I'll hear what I want to hear instead of hearing
inactivity alarm.
Okay, another very good one you might want to change would be model PWR. And that is when you shut off your Taranis because you want to save your battery, but your receiver is supposedly still connected.
Receiver is still connected.
That one just drives me nuts because I know it's still connected. Just shut up and power down like I told you to. Another one you might be interested in changing, if you scroll down to T, you have Telem KO, which would be lost, and you have Telem OK, which means you've gotten it back. I'll play them for you now.
Telemetry lost.
That's when you lost your telemetry or your RSSI is low. I think there's actually one for RSSI low.
RSSI low.
There you go.
RSSI critical.
There, even better. So those are two you can change to. I would be a little bit careful changing those because you get too frisky or too creative, and then you're going to end up, she's going to end up telling you something you need to know, and you're going to be like, oh, very cool sound, but not really catching the message that she's trying to give you.
Telemetry recover.
So those two are probably...
Telemetry lost.
Yeah, those would be fun to change. Other ones you can change to are all of your timers. If you want to change your timers, feel free to.
Throttle warning.
That one right there is another absolute throttle warning. So when I turn on my Taranis, I get the throttle warning. Why not put something cool there? And when I start up, I'll get to hear something awesome. All right, so now that you know which ones you want to change, as far as your system sounds go, now we need to know what we want to change them to. And one thing you need to understand with the Taranis is, let me give you an example.
1,
There's your number.
2,
There's your other number. And what she does is she will correlate these different numbers and different messages together. So if you're setting up your voltage or anything like that, she doesn't have a specific message for each and every single one. She has all these different messages and she'll put them together. And the system is programmed to speak on these as they are needed and what is demanding of it. The next thing you need to do is you need to know what sound you want to put in place of it. Let's go over some of the good ones. So the very first thing I am going to change, because I absolutely hate it and I want it changed, is going to be my activity alarm. So that's one of the first ones that I want to change. I am going to change it to something different. So I've scanned through, and one of the very cool options that I like, and you're welcome to use the same ones as me if you'd like, whatever you want. And I like these right here. There's two options.
Aren't you forgetting something?
I like that one.
I think you're forgetting something.
And I like that one too. So I'm probably going to roll with this one. Go ahead and right click, and we are going to click the word copy. Do not cut it. All right, then we're going to come over to system. And the one for the inactivity alarm was the INACTIV. So here is where our notes are going to come into place. And you're going to use this for a very good reason. So we are going to say INACTIV. And we are going to put a dash, and this is inactivity alarm. Okay? And the reason why we are going to write this down, and you don't have to, you're welcome to do whatever you want, because you can always go back to my other video, use my playlist, and reflash all of your sounds, and you don't have to worry about it if you ever screw this up. So don't be too scared to do whatever you want, because if you screw something up, you can just reflash new sounds all over, good to go. Okay, before we go any further, one other thing I want to do is I want you guys to head over to the FPV folder. So Documents, FPV, let's go into OpenTX, and I want to create a new folder. And we're going to call it Saved Sounds. We're going to call it our saved sounds, and that's what we're going to use to store our sounds, because we are going to delete them, and if we ever need them in the future, we're going to be hating our life. So here we go. What we're going to do is we are going to click over here, and we are going to go down, and we're going to right click, and we are going to hit paste. And that is going to add our new sound, which is FRGE2. And what we're going to do is we're going to head up to the inactivity alarm. Where is it? Ah, there she is. All right, so there's your inactivity. So what you need to do is you need to take this name. I hit Control C and copy it. And then we are going to right click, delete. Yes, delete this file. Once you delete that file, you are going to head over to your forget to, which it put it in alphabetical order for us, no big deal. And you are going to rename that with the name that we just took off, okay? So what you've done is you've told your OpenTX, you've told your Taranis, hey, you don't know it, but I know it, but this is the sound I want you to use. So when she is going to go for the inactivity alarm, that's what she's going to grab, but you're actually going to hear,
I think you're forgetting something.
instead of the inactivity alarm. Now we are going to write here that we have done forget to, because that's what we have put in place of it. All right, so that's how we're going to keep track of it, by having that, and it's no big deal. It's just a notepad. It's not going to take up any space on your computer. Just leave it there, and if you need it, you need it. If you don't, you don't. No big deal. All right, let's head back over, and let's go ahead and do another one. Head back to EN for English, and don't be afraid to go through these.
Active. Aerobatics. All fucked up.
Oh, man, there you go.
All fucked up.
That's a good one. Here, I got another one for you. You're going to like this one.
No.
Oh.
No.
You see what I'm saying, guys? There is no limit to the amount of fun you can have with these. All right, let's do one more. Make sure you guys got it. Startup screen. That is what this is all about. When you start up your Taranis, that boring, old, annoying ass, welcome to OpenTX. That is what I want to get rid of. So what we'll do is we need to pick our sound. So a couple that I want to show you guys. If you're liking something really cool, you can check this one out.
Please don't talk to me. I'm busy.
That's a good one.
That didn't suck at all.
That's definitely a possible option. I want to go ahead and show you guys one last one, and that is going to be...
Quietly step back from the pilot and live to see another day.
That one is definitely good. That's something I would set up on a switch whenever you hit turtle mode. Alright, so let's go ahead and set it up. I am going to roll with that's the switch, because that's the one I like. So I'm going to right click here. I'm going to hit copy. And then we are going to head over to system. And in order to change that one, you're going to need to go to Tada. So that would be in T, Tada, OpenTX. So right click, paste. That's switch. All right, once you have found it, left click twice. It'll give you just the name. Control C, you have copied the name. Then you're going to right click and hit delete. If you're paranoid or whatever, feel free to copy it and you can throw it over in another folder. Head over to our organized folder, FPV, head down to OpenTX, and we have save sounds, right click, paste. And there you go. Save those sounds. That way if something goes wrong, you got them. Alright, so let's head back into system. It's probably organized it for us, so let's head to Tada first. And there it is. Click again, Control C, and then you are going to right click, delete. So now it's gone, but we have it saved. And you're going to come here to the one that you're going to use, left click, and go ahead and hit Control V. And that'll take care of that. Now, right here, we are going to make our note. So we took Tada underscore OpenTX dot wave. Well, you don't have to put the dot wave. We are going to say start up screen that. So now you have kept notes of what you've changed them to, and you can always go back to your other folder and pull them out. Hey pilots, DrainMan from the future. I just want to say that they have updated this. If you're rolling with the new Amber pack, it is called Hello, not Tada.
Throttle warning.
That's the one we want to change. So right click, copy, head over to your folder. I'm telling you, it helps to have everything organized. Alright, go ahead and head back to sounds. We're going to go into N. We're going to go into system. We are looking for throttle. Throttle alert. Hit it again. Copy it. Delete it. Head down to not suck. Click it again. Control V. Alright guys, we have now successfully changed our sounds on our Taranis for system sounds. Not regular old sounds on a switch. We've done our system sounds. I almost forgot. Let's go ahead and log this last one. And what it was throttle alert. And we changed it. Throttle warning. And we changed it to not suck. Alright. There you go, guys. Oh, wait. Did I screw that up? Throttle alert. There you go. Make sure you don't mess that up. Alright, pilots, so there you go. We've got our notes saved, so if I click the X, yes, I want to save. We are done with this. Go ahead and demount your Taranis from the computer, and let's go ahead and check out and see what we did. Okay, pilots, now we're in the Taranis. We are ready to go ahead and start this up and see how we did. One thing I want to point out, when I flick this on, you're going to get to see my name here in super cool font. I want you to know that if you haven't been watching the playlist, which has that logo right there, if you haven't been watching that playlist, then you wouldn't know how to do this unless you already know how to do it. But if you don't know how to do it and you want to know how to do it, then I've got the video for you down in the video description. Go ahead and go check that out. Here we go.
Oh yeah, that was the right switch.
Ooh! How cool is
Switch
that?
warning.
All right. Now the next thing we're going to do is we did a throttle warning. So I'm going to turn my throttle up and let's go ahead and see what she says now.
Oh yeah, that was the right switch. That didn't suck at all.
That's so awesome.
Switch warning.
Oh, we could change that one too. How freaking cool is that? I hope you guys had fun, man. I had a blast. You see this little truck here? We're going to start learning how to put those on. Then we're going to learn how to change those. We are going to do some awesome stuff. I hope you guys are staying tuned, and I'll see you on the next one.